Today's guest, JC Donaldson, founder and designer of House of Donaldson. Custom contemporary clothing for both men and women. You don't want to miss. Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy, your medical celebrity doctor, and this is Dr. Nancy Knows, the talk show that brings awareness, inspiration, and hope to many communities globally, bridging the gap of disparity, uniting our nation. We do that not only through my 25 years of medical practice, but through individuals that are experts in their field of industry that are coming on the show telling us how they are impacting their circle of influence. And every once in a while, we'll have a celebrity. Be sure to tune in on NGC Network, the network that supports alignment of all things wellness. Today's guest is JC Donaldson. JC, it's
Hello.
So nice to have you on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I am wearing your design.
You look beautiful.
Okay, so we met at the Fashion Phoenix.
Oh yeah, Phoenix Fashion Week. Yep, at the Polo Party a couple years ago.
Oh my goodness! And your show was really spectacular. The runway models, the clothing line was amazing. And I said to Shasta Broadus, my agent colleague, I said, we've got to have him on the show. And you said yes, so thank you. And then I'm wearing your design, so I feel like a celebrity. It's very comfortable, and it fits me well. Tell me a little bit about how you got your start.
Well, I started as a men's fashion blogger. Started in 2011 with a brand called Being Dapper. We talked about financial literacy, etiquette, travel, and of course fashion.
Okay.
That was the topics.
So you got the bug.
Got the bug, wrote about it, and it kind of manifested itself, through writing about that and traveling the world also. The goal of the Being Dapper, as we say, Being Dapper is a lifestyle, was to travel the world and just to teach men how to be better men, and just embracing that. Because again, we have a lot of fatherless homes, and there's a lot of identity problems with men just, missing skills, missing life skills. So I came up with that, and then I moved to Phoenix in 2014, and I went to Phoenix Fashion Week, and I was blown away. I saw that, and I did not actually want to become a fashion designer.
Right. Well, what got you to say, wow, I think I can do this and I can do it my own way?
I'm not wearing one today, but I normally wear it. But it's like a little flower lapel. We started with that in 2016. I put the business, the professional business name Being Dapper in 2015. And in 2016, I started making these little flower lapels and selling them wholesale to clothiers around the nation, and they were buying them up at 200 at a time. So I was like, I think I might have something here. And in 2017, I migrated into gentlemen's t-shirts. So things that you could wear, because again, I'm from Dallas, Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth area, and this is just usually the normal way. We're a cosmopolitan. Moving to Arizona is much more casual. So even though I was going to Phoenix Fashion Week, I was definitely inspired. I had no idea on how to make that I saw on the runway, right? And then by 2017, I decided, I was a little inebriated. I was like, I'm gonna be on that runway, and I was determined. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take what I've learned, and I want to go into more of a deeper dive about the business of fashion. So went through the Phoenix Fashion Week Bootcamp program, launched my contemporary brand. In the middle of the boot camp, which is crazy, I changed my designation. I was a smart casual or streetwear designer. In the middle of it, I switched all the way over to contemporary, because what I figured was I wasn't being true to myself, because that was my vision. Even though I was scared and I didn't really understand how I was gonna make this happen, but sometimes you just have to make that first step. So I made that first step, and here we are today.
Well, accountability is everything. There's accountability partners and individuals that can hold you accountable, but nobody can do that more for you than you can do for yourself.
Absolutely.
So you stay true to what it was that you aspired in your desire to be and do. And I was told that you said, you were advised, wow, you're going to change in the middle of this. This could be like the end, but it actually turned out to be the exact opposite.
Exactly. So by doing that, I opened up with a classical violinist, playing Drake Scott's Plan, and people were blown away from the designs. And what I do is I'm coming from a practical, timeless place with my designs. So we design from 1920 to about 1960s. We don't go any further than that, because I feel like that's where timeless fashion resides. So 2018, that's when we really did that launch. And then that 2019, 2020, even with the pandemic, we're still learning and pivoting, right? And so by the time 2021, we wanted to go all the way with House of Donaldson. which is more of me expressing myself. Being Dapper was the start. House of Donaldson is the cream of the cream. That is everything. That is you are getting me. Those are my designs. So Being Dapper is more focused on ready to wear. Very saturated market, right? We're trying to compete with Zara and H&M. It's not impossible, but I feel like with putting my name on something, you really, really get my essence in that.
Well, and it's also a niche market, right? Mm-hmm. And so for all you entrepreneurs out there are seeking to kind of do something, it's never too late to start, and you have to start now and not procrastinate. But, JC started with accessories, creating accessories. Well, blogging first of all, and traveling in the world, and accessories, and then t-shirts, and now his own clothing line. So it is a progression. Mm-hmm. If you believe in yourself, you can make it all happen for you. Don't let anybody tell you that it cannot be done.
But I will say this, preparation that means opportunity equals success. That is critical in your planning as a business, or in business and as an entrepreneur. Often we can be destroyed by too much information, oversharing. YouTube, I can figure it out. And you can, but it's better to go ahead and pay that money for that consultant. It's better to pay for that money for those expertise. That way you're gonna hit your head less. Nothing's perfect, nothing's guaranteed, but getting that knowledge, because again, if knowledge does not apply, that's not executed, it is pointless. It's like you heard it, but you didn't do anything.
Yep.
So nothing's gonna happen.
So faith without works is dead. Correct. And so you have to go to the experts if you want something done. Mm-hmm. You want a custom outfit made, you go to the expertise of individuals that can do that.
That's right.
Not with someone who, you talk about it, but if they're not an expert in their field, they're not going to give you the best information. Sure. And then, you're going to have to pay for education and knowledge. It's not always free. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that you have had some incredible mentors in your life. Can you shout out one or two and give an example of how?
Sure. Well, we'll just start off with the obvious, right? Phoenix Fashion Week, boot camp, Brian Hill, for helping with building that program, phenomenal program. Really taught me a lot of the fundamentals of fashion. We're gonna go with I was apprenticed in 2020 with Eduardo Xavier. He's one of the top clothiers in the world. I was kind of a fanboy, I was his apprentice. So going through his program and teaching me about the construction of suits, the mills, the weights of the fabric, and we're still going. I've even considered to do this year to look into a potential master's in fashion design. Not really the aspects of just the design part, but still the business of it. I still want to go deeper, and applying that's what I'm trying to do, is really, again, go deeper. We have almost 8 manufacturers around the world, but we're trying to also use the best of the best. And that through that education piece is going to help us understand who, and why, and what we need to be doing in order to do that. So we're still going.
Well, it's excellent, because you do need to invest back into yourself.
Absolutely.
In order to grow and be better and to be top of your game, you need to invest back in, right? Mm-hmm. So rather it's education, or it's reading, or it's, mentoring, because mentors for different seasons and different levels of where you are in life as well.
Absolutely.
And so you have 8 other, factories or, organizations throughout, but maybe you want more. And if you want to, you have to think big. You have to dream big. And are you thinking and dreaming big enough? Because the sky's the limit. Mm-hmm. It's all up to you and what you want.
Absolutely. And I forgot one really important mentor and consultant, Manny Turan, Spark Partners. Phenomenal. They really helped lay the framework down for House of Donaldson. I worked with that consultant, paid consultant, worked with him for 7 months last year before we launched House of Donaldson. In Q4, we killed it. Because of what we did. You don't hear a tree that grows. I've never heard that. Have you?
No.
Okay, there it is. So that's the same thing in your journey in education. Nobody's gonna really hear it, but over time you will see it.
Well, listen, it is all about action.
That's it.
You just can't speak the talk. You've got to walk the walk as well. Action is in everything that you do. So heart, passion is good. It is. Mm-hmm. But like you said, you can't tell everybody everything, and you've got to put your head down and work. And when you come up, look what happens.
That's it.
Greatness.
Yes.
Greatness. So any tips that you'd like to give to any of the entrepreneurs out there that may be wanting to do design or start their own business, because we live in a time where there's a lot of unemployment, and some of that is purposely, that no one really wants to go back to work, but they feel like they've got that dream within themselves. So how do they get that dream within and put it out into like a business?
Be realistic with yourself. Definitely set goals. $100 activities. $75 activities. Really map it out. Plan. That way you can be successful. Be careful of who you are speaking with about what you're trying to accomplish, because everybody does not have your best interest. Because they fail, they'll put that failure up on you.
That's energy. It's negative energy. Let me tell you.
They'll do it subconsciously. They'll say little funny jokes or do that there. Listen, and be still for that kind of stuff. That's a red flag. Friends, family, partners. Watch that. So, and again, be bold and start immediately. My dad always says, perfect practice makes perfect. So, and just in my background, I was very influenced from my parents, watching them do their thing, because my mother has a degree in graphic design, my father has a degree in business. So they had a business called Design on Call. So watching them, that creative juice, but I watched them how they plan meticulously on how they're laying out the business plan, laying out the framework, seeking subject matter experts. And also, most importantly, your team. Stop trying to do it by yourself. My dad always says you're gonna get ate up like a soup sandwich. Yes. I don't know if I'm in the country right now, but that's the truth.
You do have to choose wisely, that's for sure.
You do. You have to, because if you don't, it would be detrimental to your business.
Absolutely.
You gotta think about the bigger picture. So it's like, okay, if I don't have the right team, what can terribly go wrong? So picking those folks out, hey, you got 30 years, you got 15 years, and putting them together and seeing what those folks bring to your table and where they can add value. That way you can scale faster.
That's so key. Now, if an individual wants a custom-made item, how do they get a hold of you? And are you taking in any new apprenticeships or individuals that are wanting to work up under you and learn what you do and how you do it?
Definitely open for sales folks that have this experience in the background of high luxury clothing. We're looking for that. We are looking for experienced seamstresses and tailors to help us along with our business practice as well. Very important for that. Embroiderers because we do the fine beading and everything. Marketers that have worked with contemporary that have worked with contemporary branding so they can understand our business model appropriately. We're looking for that.
And how do we get a hold of you?
houseofdonaldson.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at House of Donaldson. We are now on LinkedIn as well at House of Donaldson. So that's HOUSE of Donaldson, DONALDSON, my last name. So yes, you can connect with us on all those platforms, and you can book an appointment from the website and also on Instagram as well.
Well, that's great. Now, I know that there is a special here. So for all you individuals that are watching this interview and you say, hey, listen, I want something custom made, and I saw you on Dr. Nancy No's show, you are offering a 20% discount on custom design when mentioned.
Yeah, so you need to mention you saw me on the show, and just put Dr. Nancy, and you can DM that to me on Instagram or LinkedIn. As long as you DM me and say we saw you on the show, then I'll be happy to honor that. And that's everything, because we do everything. We do luxury bags, we do the heels, the boots, we do jeans, chinos, suits, shorts. Anything that's custom, contemporary, luxury,
love
we do
that.
A to Z.
Okay, well, I want to be wearing more of your designs on the show. Just want to put that out there right now. And you're growing. So there is a market for some of the services that you're requesting and needing to grow your business. Absolutely. But you do have to have the experience in what it is that you are doing specifically. So it is a niche market. It's customized. So definitely, if you've got a background in that, don't hesitate to reach out to JC.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you for having me on your show, and House of Donaldson, myself. And like I said, what we love to do is we like to deliver confidence through custom luxury, because you are the masterpiece. We just add the details.
I love it. So I have a couple more questions about how long does it take to get a customized item made and
Yes.
delivered?
30 to 45 working days. So that's Monday through Friday. So 30 to 45 working days. Sometimes it can be faster, but as we live in this post-pandemic world, you set the expectation so you can set the outcome. That way, we're clear.
Great. Okay. Now, if they live in another state, if a person needs to come and
Yes.
get custom fitted,
Yeah.
how does that work?
I built a system where we can pretty much build custom clothes anywhere, pretty much in the world. So you book an appointment with me. We set up a virtual style session. From there, I look at your zip code. I will find your zip code or where you're located and find a seamstress and tailor locally there. We will email you the measurement sheets, and from there you can get measured, and then you would send those back. We do another Zoom, and I can share with you all the fabrics that we have, which are thousands. We cut from Italian mills, British mills, and you can see everything, and we literally can build your piece right in front of you on Zoom. I'll just share my screen, we build it, we work it out. So if it's for a special occasion, wedding, we also, like I said, we do the custom shoes, so we actually do the custom shoes in AutoCAD. We hand make the shoes in Spain and Italy as well.
Well,
So,
that is amazing.
yeah.
You are a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
Buy and shop locally owned right here. And I mean, you are making a brand for yourself nationally and globally. You're growing, and I am just happy to be able to support that effort with you.
I do appreciate that.
So listen, it is not only what Dr. Nancy knows, it's who she knows. We'll talk next week. Bye for now. NGC Network, the network that supports alignment of all things wellness.